Hello and welcome back, basketball fans. I'm here to talk to you about the NBA, the league. I'm a huge fan of the league. I've gone to regular season games, playoff games in all different cities. I love the league. Some of the best athletes in the world play in the NBA. It's exciting. I know some people hate it. Some people love college basketball, but I love the NBA and I love college basketball. I'm a big fan of basketball. But I am concerned about a few things, the direction of the league, and I want to go through those with you. I'm really looking at, about maybe three top problems. One of the biggest problems facing the NBA is the lack of parity. Outside of Denver, it's oftentimes the same team going. It's Golden State, it's maybe the Celtics, it's Cleveland when LeBron was on there, it's Miami when it was Wade and LeBron. It's always the same teams from that vantage point, and so the weaker teams struggle to compete. Uh, it gets less and less exciting as the predictability goes down and down and down because you know people who only follow the league a little bit can pretty much tell you a lot of times the teams that will be in the finals. One way to fix this problem, if we're, I want to talk about solutions too, would be to change the actual playoff structure. The current system rewards the teams with the best regular season records, but it doesn't always lead to the most competitive playoffs. A more balanced structure would give teams a chance to compete for a championship. So maybe, look at the playoff structure in and of itself. I think would be very important to changing that lack of parity. The next problem is something that was talked about right around the beginning or just before the season. It's that load management when the star players sit out, and what does that mean? And the league demanding that the star players play. This is a problem facing the NBA. Players are resting more, and they're resting more and more and more games, which frustrates the fans because they pay high ticket prices to go see some of these superstars and they're not playing. But I see one way of changing that would be to change the regular season schedule. The current schedule is too long and too demanding. Now I know that it's 41 home, 41 away, but changing that would allow the stars to play almost every game as long as they're healthy. So they wouldn't have that need to rest, to stay out of a game, to play half the game, to play light minutes in that game, whatever it might be. So a shorter schedule would give players more time to rest and recover. And it would also make the regular season more exciting because look at the NFL. Well, now it's 17 games, but there's less games, so every game is more important. So if the NBA did that, yes, the price of an individual ticket to a game would probably go up. However, there would be less games and they would be more competitive on a regular basis, the games. You would see the stars in almost every game as long as they're, quote unquote, healthy and don't have a real injury. So that is a huge step in the right direction from that vantage point. This, the third problem, as I see it, and in some ways, from a marketing standpoint, it's a really good thing. I talked about that with the Major League Baseball video I did a week or two ago, which I know was rather long, and I apologize for that. But the NBA is becoming more and more star driven. Now, from a marketing standpoint, you can tout one team and all of its stars. You can talk about Golden State and all of its stars from Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and everybody else. When they had Kevin Durant, you can talk about that. But they're also the teams that are most likely to win. Going back to what I was talking about first with parity, this makes the league less competitive and less balanced. Now, one way to change this is something that I talked about also in the MLB video, was some sort of salary cap change. The current salary cap system makes it difficult. So the current one the NBA has now makes it difficult for small market teams to compete with big market teams. A more equitable salary cap would give small market teams a better chance, not an advantage, a better chance to compete and get those star players. So, maybe a salary cap with profit sharing, sort of what baseball tries to do, but it fails miserably at. That the salary tax or whatever it is that the Yankees and Dodgers pay every year, something like that would be good for the NBA because Milwaukee is somewhat of an anomaly when they won the NBA. They're a small market team in by any definition, but they had one of the best players in the league, and they were playing well. But pretty much you're going to see the same teams winning all the time, going to the championship all the time, unless they do something about it. So, in conclusion, the NBA has a number of challenges, but they're very fixable. They can be changed. The NBA just has to take a stand and move it forward. And I think they're open to that. They seem like a very open-minded league that wants to get it right because they know that they actually have a global audience. So I think by making these changes, they can return. The NBA can return to the most exciting and, I think, most importantly, most competitive league in the world, rather than this lack of parity that we're seeing right now. So, I encourage all NBA fans to let their voices be heard. Contact the league and let them know what you think. We can all play a role in marketing the NBA in a better way, and make it a better league for everyone, every city, every player. So, thank you for watching, and can't wait to hear any of your reactions to this video. So, thank you.